season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports.
And this carries into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. A shotgun snap for Herbert. And that's into the hands of Eckler. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 13 yards on the game's opening play. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. To the right side and complete to Thomas. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
First carry for Austin Eckler, who's a Colorado native. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 16 yards, a 1st down. Eckler, of course, the Chargers' #1 running back this year now that Melvin Gordon is on the opposite sideline with the Broncos. But even with those two backs, the Chargers 28th in the NFL in rushing in 2019. And the pass to Henry is intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. So far this season, this defense has had their issues.
For the quarterback, because he went into it, he saw the numbers we saw, he watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be, but early in this one, advantage defense.
Locke and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at the 20. After the turnover, here's Locke. Able to get this to Gordon. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Locke. Flushed out right. On the run. He'll let this go deep right. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 39 yards there. A big one.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Into the red zone, it's Locke. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Melvin Ingram, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Rayshawn Jenkins picks it off. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40.
Intercepted.
He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and
Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, Herbert.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And he is all the way up past the 25. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Locke and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 27. The pass there complete to Sutton. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
1st and 10.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Locke. That's going to be caught by Judy. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone,
it's caught inside the 25. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. K.J. Hamler with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Broncos have taken the early lead. And he's got it. 7-0 Broncos.
Broncos 7. Chargers 0.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And it'll come out to the 25 as King opts for the touchback.
25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. He's airing it out for Williams, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's 4th.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10. Clock now on 1st down. And that'll be incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Throwing again. Locke. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Shotgun snap to Locke. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. 20! And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less can become more, and it was right there.
And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
And goal.
Again, it's Locke. Being chased out left toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. He was looking to go back to Sutton there, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
And now 3rd and goal following incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Locke looks to throw it again. This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Melvin Gordon with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Broncos will extend their lead. McManus's point after is good. And it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Operating from the gun, Herbert. He'll get this to Eckler. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Charger football to start quarter number 2. And we're facing 3rd and 6 to start things out. From the gun, Herbert. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th.
3 plays and out. It's 4th down.
Here's Ty Long now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Returning it, here's Hamler. Nice move at the 40. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop. A man down on the return. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. To throw again. Lock. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. He rifles one that's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield.
Intercepted.
That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw or maybe the ball's tipped or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
From the 50, here's Herbert. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas.
Complete.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
5 yards on the play.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 3rd down, Herbert. Man open left side, it's Williams. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And this is caught inside the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
At the 2-yard line.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. One receiver left, that's Allen. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Here's Herbert. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers have made this a 1-score game.
The kick is
and it's up and good.
Makes the score Broncos 14, Chargers 7.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number 1 in their conference.
And now he's going to use his legs. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
To throw again on second down. Lock. And this one is incomplete. Cortland Sutton, first-time Pro Bowler. He was the intended target. And it's 3rd and short.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Here's Locke to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He's got his tight end Fant. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
On 1st down is Locke. And this will be incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
24-yard line.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Locke. And incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath. Nearly got picked. They may be lucky to have that one back. 3rd down.
Brings up a 3rd down.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now Locke again. And they'll get this down to the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Really? Really? Did we just see that? That's a big catch. One-handed, I might add, to pick up a 1st down.
I was going to say on 3rd down for the defense, it's one thing to give up a... And this is going to be intercepted. Desmond King picks it. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive, now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
The Charger drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw again. Herbert. And oh, what a catch there by Allen. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
Gain of 11.
11 yards there. 1st down.
Chargers.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
7 at the 31-yard line.
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. Herbert back to the air. And that's complete to the right side. It's Allen. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards there and a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Herbert on first down now. He's airing it out for Williams. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. Back to the air. Herbert on second down. This complete to Henry over the middle. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. Herbert throwing again. And that will be incomplete. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
Here's Ty Long now as he's on to punt for L.A. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10.
At their own 24-yard.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And you're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Lock. Trying to lay one up deep. And it's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Paul Richardson there. And it's 3rd down.
Incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Lock working out of the gun. And that is incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty. And before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. The Charger drive about to get going. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
On first down, Justin Herbert. Catch here, left side, Thomas. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Thomas. A gain of 4.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
To kick off for the Chargers.
Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you...
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Past the 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Jerry Jeudy with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. Man, one play, 75 yards in zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
Desmond King on the return. The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half. I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw again. Herbert. On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked up by Justin Simmons. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Able to get this to Gordon. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll make it 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Operating from the gun. Block. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Melvin Ingram make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Third down.
That's his second sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up.
Yeah, this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown Broncos. Cortland Sutton. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Broncos use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And it'll come out to the 25 as King opts for the touchback.
25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. A good gain there on 1st down. That run will get them 7 up to the 32-yard line.
He's tackled at the 32.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Out of the gun, Herbert. And right side, Henry's got it. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
1st down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Now left side on a swing pass. The 20. Touchdown, L.A.
Herbert's pass.
Austin Eckler with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the Chargers, they're able to cut into that deficit.
The extra point is
Well,
good.
if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
Jay Spencer on the return. The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting in a great spot, up 2 scores here in the 3rd quarter. On 1st and 10, here's Locke. He'll let this go deep and that's caught inside the 35. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Cortland Sutton, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, and the Broncos will add on to their lead. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Broncos 35, Chargers 14. Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And it'll come out to the 25 as King opts for the touchback.
25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
On the tackle.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want, but on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, Do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
Austin Eckler, the intended target.
And that takes us from second to third down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion. This team doesn't mind running the ball in any situation, and I thought he was going to get the first down the way the play developed, but the defense closed in and stopped him just about a yard short.
It'll be a 45-yard punt, and couple that with a loss on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
2nd and 10 now. Third quarter action in Denver.
Throwing again. Lock. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line.
Joey Bosa, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. Open man, he completes it to Judy.
And they work this out past the 25. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
At the 27-yard line.
Lock now on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And his pass incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
A gain of 9 yards.
Brandon, a lot of times you'll see running backs rotate in and out of the game, whether it's a completed pass, a good run, it doesn't matter. Here, not only does he stay in, but they go right back to him, and he makes another nice play. Back-to-back catches.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Brought down.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. A shotgun snap for Herbert. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming. let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Going to throw on third down with Herbert. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And he's got his man. It's Henry for a Chargers touchdown.
Henry. Touchdown.
Hunter Henry. His second touchdown on the season. And the Chargers are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Well, for Melvin Gordon, he's certainly up for this one. He's going to get a chance at least twice a year to take on his former teammates as he spent 5 years in a Charger uniform, but now he'll be doing his work against his old mates. Flush to his right and incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Joey Bosa make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. That throw into the arms of Allen. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Now throwing on first down and completing it. Now he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game the play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
On first down, it's Herbert. Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. J.J. Watt in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. And a sideline pass. That's caught by Thomas. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
14.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Jarrell Casey able to record his 5th sack of the season.
And it's 4th down.
Here's Ty Long now. They'll boot it away from about his 35. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And they'll let this one go right on the outskirts of the 10. They'll down it at the 11-yard line.
11-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've got a chance now to put this game away following that last defensive stop and punt. Oh, Hill, it got his man complete. He's at the 30, 20, and all the way home for a Broncos score. Jerry Jeudy, 89 yards, and the Broncos will extend their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
The Charger drive about to get going. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this 4th quarter. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Bradley Chubb in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
The Chargers on 3rd down. Just one conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This will be 3rd and a mile. Going deep here for Allen. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. Oh, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Chargers' 14-yard line.
Shotgun snap to Lock. Flushed out right. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. And there's going to be a stoppage here.